What's up, guys? It is Dan and Nick back with another episode of F1 2021 Co-op Career Mode in the Red Bull and the McLaren. It is that time once again. We come to Silverstone, both of our home Grand Prix, and we'll be hoping to impress in front of the home crowd today. It could be a close fight. We'll have to see who could win it. Maybe even Lando Norris could get up there and challenge for the podium, and maybe even yet another win. And in the meantime, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thanks for all the support recently. We're nearly at 150 subs. Let's see if we can get it by Christmas as we move on to the starting grid for today's race. And it's Radiant Slothz with a surprise pole position ahead of his teammate Lando Norris by only just under 2 tenths, followed by Daniel Ricciardo and Justin Freshpot. Then it's Lewis Hamilton and Guan Yu Zhou. Then it's Charles Leclerc and Yuki Tsunoda, Sergio Perez and Esteban Ocon. Max Verstappen, Antonio Giovinazzi, George Russell, Lance Stroll, Christian Lundgaard, Valtteri Bottas, Mick Schumacher, Pierre Gasly, and finally on the back row it's Nikita Mazepin and Nicholas Latifi. Both AlphaTauris with penalties. Let's see how they do in the race. Time to get on with the British Grand Prix.
Britain, Radiant Slothz on pole, incredibly. Daniel Ricciardo finally does something good in the Mercedes, gets third.
Guan Yu Zhou now in the McLaren. Robert Schwartzman is no more. He was taken out back and executed for insubordination. Radiant Slothz challenging the lead at turn 2. Justin Freshpot in there as well.
Justin Freshpot with an incredible move.
Massive track extend.
He overshot the corner.
He's allowed Radiant Slothz into the lead and he's going to stop Lando Norris. I think he's got ahead. Lando Norris is stuck.
Is on an absolute charge. He's chasing down Radiant Slothz now.
3 British drivers in the top 3, 4 in the top 5.
They all want to win.
Daniel Ricciardo,
only one can.
On his debut race, is challenging Lando Norris now.
We really need George Russell to pick up the pace for this all-Britain front 5.
This is Justin Freshpot. He's under attack from Lando Norris. The fans are loving it.
Norris up the inside.
Oh,
McLaren around the outside. He's not given a massive amount of room. He hooks it around the inside.
Managed to do it. But that Red Bull is incredibly fast. And he's going to challenge once again, coming down into Cops. We've all seen it gone wrong here before. Is it going to happen again? Oh no, Radiant Slothz. Radiant Slothz doing it. Just in Freshpot goes off. Daniel Ricciardo now very close. There's Radiant Slothz ahead. Chased by his teammate, Team Mercedes following. Justin Freshpot now coming down the straight. This is on board with Daniel Ricciardo on his debut race. What's going to happen? Oh, and he's binned it.
He's done. He's gone.
He's gone already. And
he's rolling onto the track.
And presumably
he should probably move.
He's going to wait there until everyone's passed him. Daniel Ricciardo, terrible.
He is last, other than Lundgaard, who's DNF'd.
Yep, we lost Christian Lundgaard. Lando Norris now under attack. Justin Freshpot, DRS open. Down the straight he goes. Lewis Hamilton 4.5 seconds behind now. Guan Yu Zhou also very far behind in a car which shouldn't be that far behind. Norris comes in. He's going to have to be the in-lap of his life from Justin Freshpot. He's not going to have DRS support from Radiant Slothz. And they'll chase each other around.
Going pedal to the metal. He's going to fly into the pit lane at the pit speed limit.
Yep, that was perfectly fine. He's in.
The G-forces there have shattered Justin Freshpot, but he's in the pits.
Lewis Hamilton comes in. Lando Norris is stuck behind Daniel Ricciardo and Nikita Mazepin. Looking at the time boards, he has got past Mazepin. Gasly's up the road next. Where will Justin Freshpot come out? I'm going to have to see. Where's Norris? He's just come round turn 1. He's ahead. He's done it. Halfway through the race.
Mick Schumacher.
They're both on the soft tyres. But, yeah, Mick Schumacher up ahead. Then it's Ricciardo. Radiant Slothz still leads by nearly 10 seconds over Guan Yu Zhou.
Justin Freshpot use an overtake there. Probably not necessary on the Haas as he goes around the outside. And then up the inside. A nice little move there.
Tried to fight it, couldn't hold on. chases down Ricciardo now. And of course, up ahead, we should be seeing the rest of the leaders coming in soon. Yuki Tsunoda, Guan Yu Zhou.
Box.
Radiant Slothz is going to come in. Justin Freshpot needs to make these corners count. He's got a little bit wide there at the exit of Beckett's.
He will get DRS. Pedal to the metal here, up to speeds of 60 miles an hour as we see Radiant Slothz in his box. Of course, the famously slow pit lane at Silverstone. Otherwise, it would be faster to go into the pits than do the last sector.
And off he goes. Here comes Justin Freshpot. Will he be able to beat Radiant Slothz to the end of the pit lane? Ricciardo shitting himself up ahead.
He is massively in the way now.
He's run away into the pit lane. George Russell also in the pits, it seems. And we'll see. Where is Radiant Slothz? He's come out. Justin Freshpot goes through turn 1. He's ahead as well. The undercut has worked once for Justin Freshpot, but not for the second time. In fact, it didn't work for the second time either because Lando Norris came in and tried to undercut. So, not a strong race for undercutting.
Chase down the Red Bull.
Valtteri Bottas now providing traffic that Radiant Slothz does not need whatsoever right now. He's got the net lead under his belt. He's trying to get past. Bottas going incredibly slow, not letting him through.
These aren't racing for position. Radiant Slothz up the inside. Justin Freshpot has gained massively thanks to this. Now he's stuck behind the Alpha. He's all over this place. Is he going to send one up the inside and maggot through Beckett? He does. He really wanted to get past. He's now right up the back of Radiant Slothz.
That line has cost him. It's not going to put him right behind Radiant Slothz, and the dirty air will have contributed to that. And now these two, once again, will battle for the lead. Lando Norris is now out of the picture, but he is still in contention if one of these two makes a mistake. As Lance Stroll and Latifi come in. Has anybody else
going through possibly the worst sectors of corners to be in dirty air? He's lost a bit of time.
Antonio Giovinazzi
is mortal enemy ahead now.
Antonio Giovinazzi, red mist descending on him. They had some stern words after the Austrian Grand Prix, those two. There's a lock-up from Radiant Slothz that will not help him here. He could really do with DRS from Giovinazzi. He has got it. It's going to save him this time. Is Giovinazzi going to yield? He's making a right fucking meal of it.
Radiant Slothz around the outside. Massive track extend there. Slightly illegal overtake on Giovinazzi. I'm sure that won't be penalised though, as the favouritism from the stewards comes in again.
Of course, the stewards have never seen an Aston Martin on the podium and don't want to, so they will allow that move.
As the McLaren dives up the inside,
they will allow this
slight
move.
track extend.
The stewards turning blind eyes left, right and centre, but the crowd are loving it.
He was ahead before the move, therefore, or before the track extends, so he doesn't have to give the position back. He's already pulled 1.2 seconds on Giovinazzi.
DRS open.
Gaining now massively on the Red Bull. Will we see a late dive bomb?
Not been able to get round Radiant Slothz. Now he's going to inherit the lead anytime soon. Guan Yu Zhou and Yuki Tsunoda have not come in. And this is going to be a battle to the end. As we see with just over 2 laps to go. Slightly wide from Radiant Slothz. He puts it on the grass very slightly. Will that cost him?
Within DRS, but this is quite a short straight. He gains a few temps, but not enough.
Not this time.
You usually lose it through the dirty air in this section anyway.
He goes off the track in the background. Radiant Slothz comes around the final couple of corners. Where's Guan Yu Zhou? He's in the pit lane. They're through. It's now a battle to the finish. Lando Norris several seconds behind the fight. 2.5 seconds behind. He's going to have to put in the laps of his life. It's so far an all-British podium. Will Lewis Hamilton get up to 4th and make it a top 4? He has 4 British drivers. George Russell's completely forgotten at the bottom of the field. In P11, of course, we don't care about people that didn't score points. Daniel Ricciardo somehow in the points again. Not sure how he's managed that.
Radiant Slothz here, probably corner cutting. as is expected from the Red Bull driver, Justin Freshpot still 6 tenths behind coming down this straight. He'll gain about 2 tenths and then lose it all in the final sector,
McLaren,
as is standard around Britain.
McLaren started with a very poor aero package. They have made some improvements, but they've not been able to improve that much just yet. As we come on to the final lap now, Justin Freshpot in pursuit. Cuts the corner, 6 tenths behind, 5.5 tenths behind. He'll be looking to get every line perfect to try and get past that Red Bull onto the sausage curb slightly, trying to get the power down. DRS open.
Short shifting.
Lando Norris in the background,
right
waiting,
up the back of that Red Bull,
waiting for these two to crash and take each other out of the race, and then fight in the pit lane afterwards. Still 6 tenths on the gap. It's going up slightly. That's what Radiant Slothz need through this section, which he described as being hideous. Round Cops he goes. Amazingly has not spun there for the first season since joining the grid. He goes through Maggots Beckers. There's a slight mistake there. He's over the curbs.
Oh, he's on the grass. He's panicking.
He's panicking.
Freshpot now 4 tenths behind. He's going to get DRS. He'll be using his overtake.
He's going pedal to the metal right now. He's getting closer. He's going for the bomb. He's crashed into the Red Bull.
Radiant Slothz has turned into him.
The crowd are going mental right now.
McLaren, will he go for a late dive bomb? He does. He's ahead.
He's locked
He's
up.
Run wide.
He's rejoining the track. He pushes Radiant Slothz onto the grass. Round the final corner.
And the McLaren spins and he hits the wall.
They're through.
Where did Radiant Slothz go?
Radiant Slothz has crashed into the wall and died. This is the on-board. He gives him room, but he gets turned into. Comes back onto the track.
We'll see here the track extend from the Red Bull and the illegal overtake.
He did not turn into.
He hits the McLaren. He's clearly off the track there as he goes past, and then he squeezes him onto the curb.
And celebrates.
And then spears into the wall.
Absolutely got an injury from that. And this is Justin
Freshpot. Justin Freshpot. Clean driving. He goes up the inside. The Red Bull turns in. The Red Bull massively turns in. The McLaren understeers thanks to the damage from the Red Bull. He goes up the inside. A slight lock-up. He runs wide. But he's on the track. The Red Bull here, as you can see, clearly off the track as he goes past. And then there's no room on the inside there for the McLaren as he's speared into the wall, breaking both legs.
He tries to attack the Red Bull mechanics on the pit wall. Radiant Slothz there. He is alive. He has turned his car back to blue once again. And we're going to see who the driver of the day is. Of course, it's Nicholas Latifi.
What a driver. I don't even know what he did. We didn't see a single highlight of him. What a man.
Don't even care. He got that puncture in Canada. That's probably why he got driver of the day here, because he didn't get a puncture. Christian Horney celebrating a 1-3. Radiant Slothz with his first career win in Formula 1.
You have to say it was achieved through massive cheating there.
Lando Norris's engineers asking who that man is who won the race, because it wasn't Lando Norris.
He runs onto the podium, does some sort of weird robot. I don't even know.
Makes a fool of himself on the podium in front of a home crowd.
Justin Freshpot probably about to crack him over the head with a bottle, so he won't remember any of this. An all-British podium at the British Grand Prix.
A very British thing. Of course, all of the tea
God
drinking.
Save the Queen.
God Save the Queen, James Bond, fucking David Cameron, they're all there. Boris Johnson's there in attendance. Everybody.
Branston Pickle.
Branston Pickle and Hines all in attendance at this Grand Prix. And there we go, a very British end to a very British Grand Prix that turned into an almost photo finish. 4 Brits in the top 5 as we look at the final standings. Lewis Hamilton being the 4th amongst them, followed by Charles Leclerc, Guan Yu Zhou, Yuki Tsunoda, Esteban Ocon, Sergio Perez and Daniel Ricciardo for his debut race with Mercedes, picking up a singular point. So over in the Drivers' Championship, Lando Norris remains ahead once again. Lewis Hamilton's lead has been dented slightly by Justin Freshpot, who now closes the gap to within 10 points. Charles Leclerc now comes under threat from Radiant Slothz in the battle for 4th place, and Guan Yu Zhou and Yuki Tsunoda has solidified their position ahead of Robert Schwartzman, the driver dropped by McLaren. Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen round out the top 10. Over in the Constructors, Red Bull run away with the lead once again, followed by Mercedes. McLaren remain just ahead of Ferrari in the battle for third. We'll catch you in the next one.